What's up, everybody? It's Luke Beller, and now we are on to week 3 of Packers training camp. It's been a fun first 2 weeks watching everything that's gone down at Packers training camp, and I want to give you guys some updates on what happened today, my biggest takeaways from Packers practice that I saw. First off, the biggest thing of note, it came out today in a press conference from Matt LaFleur that Jordan Love will be starting Friday night in the Packers' first preseason game versus the San Francisco 49ers. It's not that much of a shock. We've seen Aaron Rodgers rest in lots of preseason games for the past few years. I don't think he's played in a preseason game since like 2018. So Jordan Love will have that opportunity to go in there on Friday night and sort of show the progress he's made, because I think lots of us are wondering, how is he going to look in actual, like live game action? Clearly it's a preseason game, but still it's an opportunity for Jordan Love to sort of show how he's developed and how he's grown. And we've heard this entire training camp from Matt LaFleur, especially just the steps that Jordan Love has taken forward, how much better he looks, how much calmer he looks. Everything seems to sort of be clicking for Jordan Love when it comes to the progress he's made, the development he's had over these past couple seasons, especially this offseason. And I think when we look also at Tom Clements coming in as QB coach, we saw Aaron Rodgers a few days ago mention just how big Tom Clements is on the fundamentals. And I was watching a Rodgers interview, and he was discussing Tom Clements and how early in his career, that was sort of one of the big reasons that he was able to find the success that he did because of the fundamentals he taught and sort of just relying on those things. So to have him back in Green Bay is definitely huge for Jordan Love, especially. Probably helps Aaron Rodgers too. He doesn't really need too much help, but for Jordan Love, it's definitely big. So I'm really excited Friday night to see how Jordan Love looks, and hopefully he comes in and has a really, really solid game on Friday night versus the 49ers. So I think the biggest takeaway from today's training camp that I saw from the different beat reporters who are there is just how good this Packers cornerback room has looked. So I want to read something here that I found pretty interesting from Ryan Wood, saying Romeo Doubs finally met his match in a pair of one-on-ones versus Jair Alexander. Doubs didn't have a catch. Alexander let the Packers rookie hear it too. After smothering him on an out for a pass breakup, Doubs got behind Alexander but dropped a pass. Alexander told Doubs it was OPI. So that is one pretty exciting matchup, considering all of the hype we've heard around Romeo Doubs and just how good he's looked in the first couple weeks of training camp. But, Jair Alexander, he's one of the best corners in the NFL, so it's definitely, some good competition for Romeo Doubs. He did have, Jair beat, according to Ryan Wood. Unfortunately, he dropped the pass, so that's unfortunate. But that's a great matchup. And I think when we look last year at, Eric Stokes having to face off his rookie season in camp versus Devontae Adams, it's a sort of similar situation on the other side of the ball. We have Romeo Doubs, a rookie here, who's really been looking really great, but he has a great test in Jair, and I feel like this is only going to make Romeo better, facing off against one of the best corners in the NFL. And just to hear that he got by him and dropped a pass, unfortunately he dropped a pass, but he got by Jair. So, I think that's somewhat positive for Doubs there as well. But to have Jair back, it's great to have him back here after missing so much of last season. Then here we have again from Ryan Wood, Romeo Doubs has plenty of company with NFL wide receivers that Jair Alexander has blanketed. And Doubs is a lone rep, not against Alexander. He burnt safety Tariq Carpenter for a deep ball down the left sideline. Only the All-Pro Alexander has been able to cover him in camp. So a few plays later, beats Tariq Carpenter, rookie safety, on a deep ball. So Romeo Doubs continues to play well, and as Ryan Wood said, Jair is the only guy who's really locking him up right now. So I had a fantasy draft the other day, Saturday night, with some of my friends from high school that I've been in for a long time, 10 years or something. And I grabbed Romeo Doubs in the 14th round, so we'll see if he lights up the league. I got him on my team, so we're set there. And then moving on here from Ryan Wood again, Jair Alexander didn't allow a catch in 4 one-on-one reps. Forced incompletion deep versus Lazard, and has great rep versus Sammy Watkins on slant. Alexander jammed Watkins at the line of scrimmage and dropped Aaron Rodgers' pick. He looked like himself this camp after shoulder injury last season. So Jair Alexander having a very, very good practice today. And then one more just to end it off to show you just how dominant he was. Mike Spofford. Alexander just blanketed Watkins on a sideline go in 11-on-11. Jair really balling out today at Packers camp. So multiple reporters noticing just how well he was playing. And then now moving on to a younger counterpart at cornerback, Eric Stokes coming into year 2. We have here today from Ryan Wood. Eric Stokes has given up some catches in camp, but he showed why he was such a tough cover as a rookie, jamming Sammy Watkins at line of scrimmage. Had Watkins so out of sorts, he forced a drop on slant. Stokes also covered good stutter go route versus Watkins, an impressive blend of speed and toughness. So Stokes locking up Sammy Watkins, which I guess is good news, but also bad news because it means Sammy Watkins wasn't getting separation from Eric Stokes. But, with Stokes playing as he has coming to year 2, I expect a huge jump from Stokes considering, just how much time he got year 1 definitely will help him as a rookie getting all that playing time. And now coming to year 2, knowing the system, I think, this cornerback group is insane, honestly. And then from Ryan Wood on Rasul Douglas. It will be interesting to see how Rasul Douglas holds up against the NFL's quickest slot wide receivers, but he just put a blanket on Amari Rodgers on a deep ball to the left. Good day for Packers cornerbacks so far. Douglas seems to be adjusting to nickel nicely. So we have seen Rasul Douglas. It seems lots of snaps inside at slot corner, and that was one of the questions some people have this offseason. It's like, okay, with these 3 corners here, who's going to play a lot of that slot position? And Rasul seems to be doing lots of that. And then here from Ryan Wood, Packers defense has won a lot of days in camp. Today might have been their most dominant. The defense just closed practice, pitching a shutout on a pair of 2-minute drills. Aaron Rodgers was rendered to heaving a pair of Hail Marys at the end. And I feel like with all of our offseason talk on the Packers, to hear that the Packers defense has been dominating lots of these days isn't very surprising when I think you look at this roster and just the weapons we added on defense and the players we brought back like Devondre Campbell, Rasul Douglas, adding Quay Walker, Devontae Wyatt. I think that lots of us expected to see this defense take a huge step forward, and they've really been playing very well. And so I want to go through a few other pointers, just a quick point on what happened today as well. So Jordan Love did throw a few interceptions today, I think 2 from what I noticed. But he said Jordan Love picked off by Chris Barnes while under pressure. Apparently he was at like the 16-yard line, and like the time is clicking down, and he just had to throw it. And he unfortunately throws a pick to Chris Barnes. And then he also threw an interception to Keyshawn Nixon, who I covered in my injury video, is back at Packers practice in the past couple of days after missing the first 9 days of camp. Cornerback from the Raiders, picking off Jordan Love. And so we'll see on Friday night if Jordan Love and sort of how his decision-making is looking, because I think last year in the games that he played, there were definitely some moments where he made some poor decisions when it came to, forcing a ball. And we'll see if that continues or if he plays well on Friday. He's probably not going to be perfect. He's still a young quarterback, but it'll be interesting to see sort of what he does, as we already discussed. And then one guy who had a huge day today was Ladarius Hamilton. According to Rob Demovsky, he had 2 sacks, a pressure, and a tackle for loss. So that edge rusher group outside of Smith and Rashawn Gary is definitely wide open with Hamilton, Garvin, Tipa Naliai, lots of these guys competing for that 3rd spot. And maybe Ladarius Hamilton could finish that off after a good day today. And then another guy who had a big day, I saw lots of tweets about this today from Andy Herman on Twitter, was Jaron Reed, who made lots of plays today, especially the defensive line overall, getting in the backfield a lot, forcing lots of pressure. So solid day from the defense. Offense doesn't seem to have as many great plays today as the defense, and hopefully as the season comes on, the offense plays great and the defense plays great. But when we're facing off against each other, obviously someone's going to win every single play. So we'll see what happens. But that is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you guys want to see more Packers content, feel free to subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed to my second channel, where I post other NFL content, feel free to subscribe, Sideline Scoop NFL, and I'll leave it linked in the top of the description down below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.